Hello, and welcome to Let's Talk Business podcast with Lakeisha and Tamika. I know it's been a minute since you guys have heard from us, but we are back and better before. Anything you want to say, Mika?
No, just be looking out for a bunch of events coming up. We're going to be a part of. We'll be letting you guys know we have a pop-up event coming on the 19th. It's going to be at Julian's Lounge from 1 to 4. Come out and support. We do have a couple of spots left if you want to vend as well. Send me an inbox and then we can discuss business.
Absolutely. We have people selling clothing, we have jewelry, we have food, we have lashes and makeup and accessories. That's pretty much a little bit of everything for everybody. So come out and support your local black business owners. We're gonna try to make this event a monthly event, and to showcase different small business owners in our area, kind of like help each other out, each one teach one, and support each other in everything that we're doing. So we have our own personalized one, but you will see us around the city as well. Today we're going to be talking about small business tax since it is tax season. So I don't know if anybody has even started. I am just now compiling all of my receipts. Good thing about it is I set up my envelope system for my business this year, so it wasn't so bad. But what I should have done, and it's a tip for everybody, is don't just keep your receipt, but make a copy on regular paper because receipt paper do fade over time.
Oh, yeah.
So learning that the hard way,
Well, that's
either
something for me
print
to
it
do.
off or scan it to something, so you can keep it. So we're just going to jump into this. We got this article I'm reading straight from nerdwallet.com, and it's 21 small business tax deductions. So don't take my word for it. This article was written by professionals, by CPA, and we're just going to go through different things that we can make money off of or save money off of during our tax season. What service are you using?
Who, me?
Yeah, for your taxes.
I've been using TurboTax.
Yeah, I use TurboTax too. I've been using TurboTax since 2008 for my personal, and then when I got into business, I just did a small business thing. Um, so think about that. If you don't know how to do taxes and you really just don't even know how to do personal taxes, my advice is to find somebody that do. Find a real CPA, not a cousin who do taxes. This is your business you're talking about. You want to make sure that you're not
Leaving nothing on the table.
leaving anything on the table. You want to get your deductions that you qualify for. And you just want to abide by federal, your state, your local, state, and federal policy. So don't have your cousins who hook up everybody do your taxes. Okay, if you somewhat familiar with it and think you can do it yourself, use services like Tax Act, H&R Block out of F now, and I've been with TurboTax forever. I never had an issue with them.
TurboTax got the where you can do the chat and talk to somebody
Yeah.
about it, and they'll walk you through it.
Yeah,
Also,
they do have live chat, and they had it. The CPAs. These I used to one of my business I had a long time ago when I had my call center. One of my contracts, my first contract was with TurboTax. So that's why I've been with them for so long because I know their software in and out. My job was to troubleshoot their websites issues or app issues anybody had while doing it. But part of the training was they taught us taxes. So that was like easy and cool. So I've been with them ever since because if it ain't broke, don't fix it.
There you go.
And it's and they also take your fees out of your check too, so you don't have to pay up front.
Right.
So if that's the issue, that's what you think. I don't want to use one of those. I have to pay out of pocket. They'll take their fees out of your deposit. They'll deduct this money off top. You don't have to worry about that.
Yeah, I did my own taxes last year for the first time, and it wasn't that bad because I only was doing my job taxes, and it wasn't that bad. But when I got to my business taxes this year, I was like, oh shit.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Let me go. Let me back up out of this and start all over. But I don't have any receipts. I purchased everything online.
But you do in a sense because you have those transactions on your statements. So you may not have it itemized, but you have something that
Kinda.
says, I spent a chunk of money here
Yeah,
this day.
I do.
So mine is going to change this year. It just got a little bit crazy because before I was, it would just be me and my expenses because you have been a small business owner. I didn't have employees before. Now, this year, I had employees, I had lease, I had all this other stuff. So, oh my God, it's gonna get crazy.
Oh yeah, you did have the store for a little bit.
Yeah, but the good thing about it is that lease is tax deductible. Almost every expense that they gave me in opening up the store, setting up your garbage collection and insurance and all of those things. That's good. So that's a good thing about it. But whoo, chap, we say this was gonna be one for the history books. I probably should. Well, no, that's too much of my information. I'm gonna do another video, tell you how my experience was when I get them done. I was gonna say I'll take y'all through what I'm doing, but I don't need y'all to know how much money I'm making. Y'all all in my business. Then we're gonna get the bar and stuff. Like I need for y'all to still see me as broke. Okay, I'm broke. I'm gonna be broke forever. All right, so 21 small business tax deduction. The first one is your startup and organizational costs. So any money that you paid into your state department to incorporate, your incorporation fees is about the only thing I think, because or if you sold any products, you have a seller permit, occupational permits, things like that. Um, if you have a storefront, you sell tangible goods. If you don't have a service base, if you got a product based business, you have a seller's permit. So those usually cost. I know in Wisconsin, I think the seller's permit was like $25, and then my occupancy permit was $100, and it costs $125 to incorporate, if I'm remembering everything correctly. So all three of those expenses I'm going to be able to deduct. And if you need more information about what you can or which startup costs you can claim, you can use the IRS publication 535. So if you want to follow along or you want this information available to you, you can look up NerdWallet 21 small business tax deductions. Let the professionals tell you. Don't take my word for it.
Right.
All right. The second one is inventory. How much do you think you spent in inventory this year?
Because I still have a lot of inventory left over from last year, so I think I can track that because I did it all through Amazon and I on my business account through them. Probably like $500.
I had okay, so
And then I bought my computer last year, and then I paid the state to make it legal, my business legal.
yeah, okay, so yeah, corporation fees and things. I spent probably um anywhere between $10,000 and $12,000 in inventory last year. I still have some left over, not a whole lot. So I'm gonna have to do another.
That's what I'm working on now, seeing what I need to do to get a leeway to do this one event for the 19th, and then just start going from there.
I'm hoping to sell a lot of the products that I have left because I've downsized since from last year. I used to have a big house, have all this extra room. Now I've downsized to a smaller apartment. Thinking that it'll keep my kids, make the kids move. They have no space to move back home, but I'm trying to rearrange my life. Like I didn't realize how much stuff I had until I tried to downsize my life, and it's like, girl, I myself can't fit in my apartment. Right. Gonna have to figure out something, especially with me moving into organic and all natural skincare products. I'm going to be making those at home and not buying in bulk from a lot of people. So I'm gonna need just a dedicated kitchen for that.
Right.
So I may be moving into a commercial kitchen just to make skincare products.
Right.
Thank you. So things about the inventory, you can deduct your shipping costs. If you have your business set up correctly, you shouldn't be paying taxes on your inventory. So if you're paying tax, something in there is not right. You should be exempt.
Right. Everything I paid for through my under my business name was, if I'm not mistaken, it was tax free.
Yeah. So make sure when you register with these companies, with these vendors, that you submit your seller's permit, because that makes you able to have your to pay tax free. Also look at some of these other websites like Tundra, Fair. Well, Supply just shut down, so they're not open no more. But they offer free shipping on
Free shipping, and Fair also is a next 30. It says next 30 or next 60, one of the
60.
two.
Yeah, you can qualify for net 60 credit on Fair and on Tundra.
And they don't do a credit check.
Right, no credit checks. You just shop and buy, and so you can purchase products for your store or your boutique, and then you can pay them 60 days later after you sold the products. And what you don't sell, you can send back for credit. So if you on a budget and you're trying to open up your store, these are two websites that I would suggest that you visit, because one of the biggest expenses I've had, because a lot of my products was coming from China last year, was my shipping. My shipping cost was literally more than the products that I was buying. Like,
Right.
I would buy like,
That's why I have them purchased from Alibaba. And they got pretty much any and everything that you need.
So I've been done a big rehab on my business, and I have one vendor that's in Florida that I get some of my products from, but not all. Just like my foundation and my concealers and things of that nature that I can't physically make myself. Everything else from lipsticks, lip gloss, lip balms, eyeshadows, and things, I've come to learn how to make them myself. So I will be having courses on that as well coming up in the future. So you just got to think about your costs and think about where you're going to be getting your products. I'm glad that I really don't have 90% of my products from China anymore, but I am concerned about my abilities to still carry my foundation and concealers with the current things that's going on with this war right now. So I'm always watching like, oh my God, is they going to stop importing from China? Because that's going to affect a lot. I'm going to say about 90% of the Black businesses are going to be affected by that. If you sell hair, clothes, lashes, sunglasses,
right.
This war, you need to be paying attention. I know it's like, oh, they don't have nothing to do with us. It has everything to do with us.
Exactly.
So think about your inventory costs, direct labor costs. With your inventory, it's not just the products. You got to think about your, I know, right? You got to think about your labels. That's the cost that goes on to selling your product, your boxing, your packaging, everything from your bags when you're in the store, or shipping boxes when you're mailing things out. All of that need to be taken in consideration when you coming up with your costs.
Yeah.
Okay. Do you want to do 3 and 4?
3 is your utilities. Any utilities that you use for your business are fully deductible. Your internet, your phone bills, and so anything. So I'm glad I'm reading this.
Yes. Your water, your
because
trash,
my cell phone bill, let's add that to there. My internet, your internet can be on there as well, and I paid for that all year last year, so that's good. Your insurance, most businesses will take out some form of business insurance. For me, I don't have business insurance yet, as of yet, because it's just me, and I'm really revamping this year. So probably later down the line, I'll have to get insurance. Right now, I don't have it.
That may be something that we can look into. I am licensed in P&C insurance in all 50 states because of my job selling insurance.
Oh,
for my work. So I was looking into possibly being an independent sales rep for personal business insurance and personal insurance through probably like State Farm or different companies. But I don't want to actually work for them. I just want to just like freelance.
Use their name.
Yeah,
Basically.
up under like just sell up under their name basically, but set my own hours and schedules because a couple of insurance that we don't think about, and I really had to think about, and I just maintained last year was the fact that I make products. I need to have insurance because if I make a product, and a lot of my products are oil based and seed based oils, if someone is allergic to that and decide they they have a breakout and decide they want to sue, I need to have insurance to cover myself.
Right.
So
Exactly.
you want to have insurance for your operations with I think it's either general or I don't think like a general policy. I gotta look this up. It was a long time since I took that test. Um, and you want to have insurance on your property, your product, your services, any cars or trucks or anything, vehicles you use for your business is under your business name. So you want all of that to be insured. Anytime you want to be able to protect your business, because being in business and not being insured mean anybody can come take all of that
Exactly.
with one complaint. So it's not like a insurance. It's not an expense that you need to put off. If you don't have it right now, and it's like, okay, cool, look
Just
into
keep it in the back of your mind
Yeah,
that
look into
at
it.
some point I'm going to need this.
Yeah, because it's something you can't get without it. Like if you sell a product and you want to get it into a big box store, you have to have insurance, like $1 million policy. So it's something you definitely need to look into and try to fit in your business budget this year. You can't get around it. It's too important.
Business property rent. If you rent your business property, you can deduct your lease or rental payments from taxes. That's good to know too, because my business is attached to my house.
Yeah. So I think they have like some kind of table, and I think you'll see more in the publication here that they have listed in 587. It's like a formula that you can do to figure out how much of your house you can claim.
Okay.
So you definitely want to look into that if you working from home. This is how big businesses do. If you think they're not taking up every single tax credit they can possibly get, they are. So as small business owners, we need to be doing the same. Take advantage of all of this stuff. The next is auto expenses. If you have a business, a car under your business name, but if you use your personal car for some business transactions and things, you also can take some of that. And I think currently the rate is 58 cents per mile that you can claim. But you can find more information in publication number 463. And again, you can get this whole list on nerdwallet.com. Okay. This rent and depreciation on equipment and machinery. If you have purchased if you are leasing any machineries, like say big printers or I don't know what they call them, heat press, whatever.
Yeah, the t-shirt press machine.
Yeah. So if you're t-shirt business in every printer, cutter, garment, whatever, I'm not in y'all industry, but all of that can be depreciated. And so if you look up this information on the IRS, they do have small business section where they give you all of the publications that you need for your small business. You need to really familiarize yourself with that and make sure that you appreciate the value of your assets properly, and that you reap the rewards from that. Also, every pen, paper clip, everything you purchase from here on out, crayons, coloring books, no, I'm just playing, but every piece of paper, pencil, envelope, stapler, tape, all of that needs to be recorded and kept. You know, all of that is tax deductible. I go through a lot of ink. I make my own labels because I do everything myself. Make my own flyers, make my own labels. So I go through a lot of stuff. Um, and now that I can Instacart most of my stuff,
Oh yeah.
I can Instacart from Office Depot and stuff now. Oh my God! So let's just see how I'm gonna be. I'm gonna be so broke. I love.
Yeah, that's pretty dope that they got that now.
Yeah. It's either, especially when I be in the middle of making things. The last thing I want to do is stop, get dressed, drive across town, pick up this, just more convenient for people like me that can't really afford a personal assistant right now. But I need all these little things done, so I just stay up all day and just wait for a million little Instacart drops, drop offs, delivery. Amazon Instacart is at my house all the time.
I ain't ordered from Amazon in a while. I'm feeling the itch.
I'm wondering if I can deduct that from my Instacart fees.
Probably. Well,
I'm gonna figure it out because it's a fee. It's a business.
yep.
Eight. You wanna go to the next couple? Number 9.
Office furniture. Office furniture is also considered a type of office supply, so you can deduct that as well. Software subscription. I got Windows that I pay for.
Yep. So that's everything. Like your text software, if you purchase that. You do graphic design, if you purchase Photoshop, if you do any kind of video editing, any kind of software that you use for your business, and that you pay for a subscription, you can deduct. And I used to do that for my Canva. I got a lot of things.
I have Canva as well that I pay for every month, and I have Google Business that I pay for every month. I pay for too much. Advertising and marketing. As long as you can prove that you're related to your business, you can claim back any money spent on any ordinary advertising and marketing purchases.
So to break this down a little bit further, if you ran any Facebook ads, Google ads, any ads for your company, you can deduct that. If you printed up any flyers, business cards, stickers, all of those things as form of advertising and marketing. I just want to stop right here and just put this little bug out for small businesses. I was just accepted in the Hulu Small Business Beta Program, and they're still looking for small businesses to join that program. Basically, they are opening up the ability to run a commercial through their Hulu ads. And this is a big game changer because it's not very expensive. I think they have a program where it costs like $500. Don't quote me, just
But that's not for a year?
I don't know how long it is for. So that's why I said don't quote me. Look it up because I read a lot of different things. And I waited a year to be accepted in, but that's because it wasn't open yet. So I don't think you have to wait anymore. But just think about you can make yourself a 30 to 60-second commercial that's going to be seen in millions of households because, I mean, where's Hulu? Almost everywhere.
Everybody got Hulu.
Everybody got Hulu. So think about that. How many people you can reach on top of just your social media and your city, from word of mouth. So that's an expense that you might want to pay and deduct next year. But I'm definitely in the process of trying to figure out what products I'm going to feature and how I'm going to do my video, whether I'm going to have people in it or not, or whether I'm going to shoot it myself or hire somebody. So it's all the things I got to think of. So
that's what's up. Where we at? Advertising and marketing. Advertising and marketing. As long as I already said that. Sorry. Business, entertainment, entertaining clients with meals and events. You can deduct up to 50%.
I don't do this that often, but I'm just gonna start saying stuff when I go out to eat. I'm just gonna say something like business and cost. So you like my products? Okay, I'm deducting this.
There you go. And it's funny you say that because I just went to brunch a couple weeks ago with my cousins and my auntie, and my cousin was like, "I'm gonna write this off as a business." I was like, "We did say something about a business, so that's valid. I need to go find my receipt. I think it's on my credit card report though. It'll be on my credit card report."
So I mean, this is for you guys that's always out there. That's taking people out, trying to close those deals. Keep those receipts, baby, because I don't know. I got taken out to eat to Elder and Prime, that restaurant hotel by Mayfair.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna tell y'all this deal. I don't know how she did it, but hats off to her. We had a tomahawk steak. It was huge, and we're two little women, so we decided to share, you know. And so we had the tomahawk steak and a half pound of king crab legs,
Mm.
and we shared this. Okay, I had one glass of wine, and she had one drink. That meal was $250,
I believe it.
and I'm just like, if we would have bought both of us bought our own entrees, our own food, like oh my god, I would have been in the back washing dishes because I ain't got it like that. I would have had to clean some tables, bust some tables or something. But I take my head off to my friend Keisha because she swiped that card like it was nothing, and it wasn't tax time. It wasn't no what was those stimulus check? No, it wasn't none of that. And she just, but she getting that good RN money, so. They're the next millionaires.
Right now they are.
Right. If you ain't got nobody now, get you an RN. I'm thinking about it. I'm about to dump my boyfriend and give me an RN.
Never wrong. Only date medical people.
All
It is.
right, travel and expenses. This is gonna be my biggest thing this year because I want to travel a little bit more. I want to try to get down to the Dallas area to see their wholesale section. I want to get out to LA.
Chicago go on too, don't they?
Yep. Chicago. Tid Hair, one of the very, very, very popular Chinese hair company, opened up a warehouse in Chicago. So they're local now. So if you're in the hair business, you may just have to switch your vendors. Because Tid Hair is now in Chicago. They do welcome you to come to their warehouse and look at and pick out your hair and everything. I have got several invites. My schedule just haven't been what I needed to be, but I also want to go out to LA to their fashion district as well, and to meet vendors and see and touch clothing right there in real life. I don't always want to order samples. I don't planning on wearing all the time,
Yeah.
So I just want to go see what they just travel and see and try to get in some of these trade shows as the world's opening back up and
it is
vendor clothes and stuff like that. So I'm gonna try to write off a lot of travel and expenses this year.
Sound like a plan to me. I'm trying to quit my job this year. I'm so serious. I'm trying to quit by my birthday.
That would be a great birthday present.
It would.
All right. Interest payments. If you have any business loans out there or you're leasing anything, your interest payments are tax deductible. So let's talk about this, people. Any of you received any of those loans last year? If you didn't get your loans forgiven, are you making payments? Because if you're making payments on any of those loans you got last year, if you didn't get yours forgiven, you can have your interest payments deducted. I got mine forgiven, so I don't have to pay mine back.
Good.
But I appreciate that. It was a big help. So and also bad debt. So if you're a small business owner like myself, you know that sometimes you get those people who get your product and then dispute the charge. If you have been there, raise your hand, say I. You want to just choke this, you know what I'm saying? Because they got your product and everything, and don't say anything to you. Don't say, "Oh, this was broken," or "This thing, this wasn't right. It wasn't what I wanted." None of that. It just get your product all on Facebook, flashing their hair, and then they dispute your $400 wig with their credit card company.
Right.
It's not all bad. You can write that off. I know you'd rather slap them up, beat them up, something like that. I know I do. But you're a business owner now, so we can conduct ourselves that way. You are able to write those bad debts off. So don't be as mad. Yeah. Still gonna be upset, but you know what I'm saying? It's the way you get your money back.
We're at Texas.
Yeah, hold on 1 second. Dre, when I say RN, I'm not talking about real niggas. I'm talking about registered nurses. Okay? Don't nobody want a real nigga. That phase is done.
He's so ghetto. He's so ghetto.
You are crazy.
He's ghetto.
Yes, your Vegas trip, deductible, everything. He is crazy. No. I this is when I don't like taxes, all right. So when I had my store open, I hired my kids and a couple other people to work for me, and I had to pay into unemployment. I had to pay
Oh,
for
yeah.
workers' comp. I had to pay my portion of employee taxes. It sucks, but it's a cost of doing business. It's also tax deductible, so don't cry about it. You just gotta learn what you can and can't get back. But one thing I'm gonna do differently this year is the welfare to work credit. I missed that because I didn't have them complete the paperwork, even though I know almost everybody that worked for me either got food stamps or medical card or something from the state.
Mhm.
So if you have employees, have them fill out the welfare to work credit. You would get credit. I think, well, last year it was like $2,500 tax credit per full time employee. Yes, and I missed it this year, so I did have them fill out the paperwork. So if you're hiring anybody that gets W-2 or some form of government benefits, a low income person, and you give them a full time job, you can qualify to up to $2,500 per person. Got to figure out where the money is at. So when you're doing these job interviews and they ask you if anyone in your household received food stamps in the last 18
That's
months,
why.
that's why. That is
Ooh,
why.
really ask that.
And we can do the same thing. So that includes yourself and anybody else that you hire. So you gotta get with the workforce development and get you some forms and get yourself registered as an employer. Now, if you still trying to draw benefits, don't go register yourself. Don't go register yourself as an employee. If you sit up trying to claim some $800 stamps every month, you're gonna find yourself in jail, baby.
You want a job?
So these are for people who, are not claiming benefits, a legitimate registered business. Okay. I don't want y'all trying to PPP loan y'all way into this stuff. Y'all gonna be in trouble. I just want to say that. Okay. Register yourself correctly through everything. Be listed with the state of Wisconsin as an employer, then you will be able to get this tax credit. Also, if your business provides a certain type of training to be in your business, you may be able to get credit for that too through workforce. I think we just have to do a whole section on workforce development and what it means for small businesses.
Yeah, because a lot of people can benefit from that. And once we get to where we're trying to go, we're gonna benefit from that big, most definitely.
Absolutely.
Where we at? Employee salaries.
Yeah.
Employee salaries. Those wages are fully deductible, but however, they do not apply if you're a sole proprietor, partnership LLC member. You have to be a C corp.
So you have to be a corporation. So this is why I tell people, think about how you want to register your business. Everybody say, "Oh, we'll get you an LLC." That may not be the best entity for your business because it means limited liability corporations, which means if your business gets sued for something, some of your personal assets can still be taken for that business. Okay. Sometimes you just need to be a full corporation, but that's up to you. That's you to figure that out with your tax professional, and you should have an attorney or somebody you can talk to for legal stuff for you to figure that out for yourself. If you want your company to be 100% outside of your personal assets, you want to look at a corporation. You can have a regular corporation or an S corp for small corporations. This way, anything you do on the business side is 100% separate from your personal and your employees and everything else. So don't limit yourself or knock yourself out of anything because of how you have your business registered. Even if you one person, I would never suggest somebody just be a sole proprietor. You don't get any business benefits
None.
with that. None.
And
That's just
everything most definitely is going to fall on you.
right, and that's just running off of your social security number, off of your credit, your personal credit, all of that. So you don't want to be that, and I would not recommend that for anybody. Look into which kind of corporation you want to be in, you want to be with, uh, and set that up because that's going to give you the most protection. And you can set up a total separate business credit, separate from yourself with the corporation. Employee benefit programs. We didn't last that long. We didn't get that far. We didn't do any health benefits or anything else. Like my job gives us a health deduction. So if we buy like anything health equipment, like workout gear, workout clothes, something like that. So that benefit we get $250 back, like a reimbursement once a year. So, if you want to go buy you a Nordic track or something like that, you get $250 back. Now, by me working for an association that gun association, we also get $250 back if you purchase any kind of gun during that year.
Oh,
So, I definitely took advantage of that. And other just benefits that you may offer your employees, like lunches, health insurance, maybe gas, cars, whatever you offer your employees, you can write that off to a certain extent. Employee gifts are 100% deductible. Um, $25 per year per employee, according to the IRS. So
that's a cheap ass gift, but
I know it's crazy, but if you need to just start finding ways to
appreciate.
yeah, spend some of your money so you don't pay so many taxes, think about that. Start giving out some employee gifts. It should be $250 per year.
Right.
That would make a big difference, but
$25. That don't show that you appreciate me.
I know, and if that's the case, I got a bone to pick with Time Warner Cable because my little $25 gift certificate was taxed on my check stub.
Of course.
Y'all just, they owe me some money. I'm sorry. All right, so any contracted labor, independent contractor, freelancer. So if you had anybody do graphic design work, website work, or come inside your place and paint, whatever the case, any services that you use outside of your businesses, but for your business, you can get those deductions as well. It says here is that you must issue form MISC-1099 to any contracted worker receiving $600 or more from you in a given tax year. So if you contracted,
this is that PayPal and all that.
yeah. So if you paid anybody for services that rendered for your business as an independent contractor that's more than $600, you must issue them a 1099 form. All right. These people need those forms to pay their taxes, to file their taxes as well. So let's get those out in a timely fashion. I think they're supposed to be out by January 31st, just like W-2. So hopefully y'all did that. Any legal or professional fees, you should have an attorney if you're in business, but if you can't afford one, I think they have these prepaid attorney things out here now that you should really think about that. An attorney and who else? And a CPA, just two things that and insurance are three things that you just cannot just sleep on for your business. If you're being sued or something, you need to have an attorney represent you, even if you're not being sued. And if you enter into contracts or it's like if you put your business in a big box store and they give you a contract to sign, right, you might want to have an attorney read that. You don't want to sign away that, you can put your products in our store and we get 75% of your sales. That was pointless. That'd have been a pointless move. So make sure that you have all of your ducks in a row. And this is a business. This is not hustling. This is not just slanging lashes or hair, whatever. You're a business owner now. So
right, you can't think of it as I'm just selling it. No, you got to think of it. This is my business. This is my livelihood. Especially now with the way things are with COVID, a lot of us are still working and running businesses. But me, I'm trying to get away from a job. I'm trying to be a full time uh, owner of my business and run my business strictly without having to go to work to another job.
And now hopefully we get there soon. I am currently working um, on my personal credit.
Me too.
I'm also still building my business credit and I'm still building my brand. So I'm hopefully this will be my last year working for someone else between my businesses and courses and making websites and things. I think that I'm ready to take that leap of faith into myself because if I can get up and work for anybody else, I can get up and do the same for myself.
Yep.
That's how I look at it. So those are the 21 tax deductions for small businesses. You guys should really look into, really do your business and handle your paperwork. And that way, if the country shut down again and they start offering PPP loans, you don't have to scam your way through. You can file like I did as a legitimate business and not have to worry about going to jail or anything like that. So, I mean, just handle your business because things will come to you. Like if you got sales coming in and you're not registered, that's harming yourself because you can take those sales, go to the bank and say, I need a line of credit. I want this, I want that, and this is how much sales I'm bringing in every month. Don't do yourself a disservice by not handling the paperwork side of your business, the back end stuff.
Yep. And then a lot of paperwork, it's free. It's free to register your business. You can register. You can get your EIN for free. To register it with the state, it's only like $100 and something, and you don't have to pay LegalZoom and all them
Yeah, that's
to
a
do
waste
that
of money.
for you.
That is a
You
waste of
can
money.
sit down, take the time, and do it yourself. And if you need help, send me an inbox. I'll
Right.
help you because she helped me.
We have I would give a lot of free help out. Now all my services will not be free forever, but I do not require you to pay me for information. I feel like that is my calling from God. You know, it's just if I know it and it can help you, I'm going to tell you.
Right.
I am going through right now. You will see me post a lot about pre-made websites. So I'll be selling websites if you want to sell like lip gloss and lipsticks and things of that nature. If you want to sell hair, you'll have a fully um, set up website with all your products, photos, descriptions, SKU numbers, prices, everything. Totally set up with everything that you need, starter banners, and I do give you like a 1 to 2 hour consultation to really personalize the site with your fonts and colors and things that you want. I also introduce you to the vendor, set you up with the vendor that all the products are coming from. And if you still need to be registered with your business and things of that nature, I also set up your LLC. So basically, I'm handing you your whole complete business. And right now, it's on sale for $600. It will be going up to $1,200, the regular price, after this tax season. So I will jump on it now. And I do all kinds of websites. I can do clothing, um, lashes, accessories, just whatever your product is. And even if you don't have a product-based business, if you have a service-based business, I can also help you as well. So keep that in mind. I am trying to find vendors for these websites that is US based. So you know when you buy anything from the US, it's not as cheap as China. But also with that being said too, it also don't take that long to come to you
Right.
from China. Um, and just I want to speak on that a little bit. We did talk a little bit about it at the beginning, but we gotta think about how this war is going to affect all small businesses. If I know that the U.S. is giving like sanctions to them a lot or whatever, and I haven't been watching it too much, but I'm trying to get more into it now that since I heard the word sanctions. And if they stop imports from China, how is that going to affect your small business?
We're gonna be a lot of us gonna be ass out.
So that's one of the reasons why I started to make a lot of my products and the products that I sell the most, because if they go down, if they stop importing from China, I need to keep my business going.
Right.
So do you have enough inventory that can last you? Do you have a different vendor on hand in case that does happen? Do you have another vendor that sells similar like products to what you're already selling? And you may have to rebrand. You may have to shut down. So, what is your backup plan if that was to happen? That's what we all need to be thinking right now.
Yeah.
What am I going to do?
That's that's what I've been doing. I've been rebranding because like last year I started my business and I was like, okay, what am I gonna do? And I didn't go full forward with it because I still was kind of nervous, still kind of scared. And it's like this year, I'm like, every time I talk to my people, they be like, I'd be like, I fucking hate my job. They be like, dog, just quit. And I'm like, that sounds good, but
Right.
at the end of the day, I still gotta eat, and like it's so many different things. I'm like, okay, so I just feel like can't keep thinking positive. I mean, negative about it. You gotta think positive. You gotta like I'm a thinker. I'm
Right.
constantly thinking of different ways to redo it. I'm like, okay, so then we gonna do these pop-up events. Okay, that's me getting myself out there again.
Right.
Because when I did the first initial pop-up event last year that we were supposed to do together, I actually did pretty good with that. I was networking with a lot of different women or whatever. I met a lot of different people. You know, my family came out to support big time. So it's like, okay, you can do this. You
Right.
most definitely can do this. It's in you. You know how to talk to people. You know how to treat people as a customer. You got the products they wanted, what they want. So I mean, just do it.
I think the first step would be into, like you said, you want to quit your job. All right. So, what are your expenses? What do you need to make each month to cover your personal expenses?
Exactly.
What do you need to make each month to cover your business expenses? And then how much profit you want to make?
Exactly. That's
So
that's where I need to get down
that's
to
what you need
the
to sit down and figure out. Like right now, I want to quit so bad. But I know personally with what I got coming up being an oh, I don't even want to say it. I'm about to be a glam mama because don't put the R in there, okay? So with that, I know I want to make sure that my glam baby, that she is set up for the best, for the best for everything. Like I did for myself. I didn't have a lot growing up, so I try to make sure my kids have more than me. So now I'm trying to make sure my grandkid have more than all of us.
right.
You know, so I have some things that I'm still trying to do, and plus I'm still trying to watch this war because I can't say I'm gonna quit a job and then they shut down China, and I'm like, oh man,
Right.
you know the girl gonna be on Lisbon. so,
Right.
so I'm just trying to
Have
just
some
watch.
decency, at least be on Appleton.
Oh, yeah, Appleton's a little cleaner than Lisbon. Okay, so find a girl in Appleton. So I'm just still trying to see where things at and to work on my credit and get my glam babies together. I'm so excited. She is already spoiled and she ain't even seen light of day yet. I have wish list of full of stuff. My daughter's got carts full of stuff. Her mama got carts full of stuff. It's poor baby.
They're gonna have to take the U-Haul with the baby, all the baby stuff.
I'm telling you, it's I don't know, man. It's just I'm excited. I'm happy, but I don't want none of the rest of my kids. Don't nobody else have no babies. Okay, we're just gonna do this one for the next 5 years, and then God can figure it out. Um, but I'm excited to get back out here. I've been uh, dealing with personal stuff, so I haven't been out, which is why the podcast has been down for a while. But the girl is feeling better, getting back out here. And Tamika won't let me just wallow in my self pity. She keeps
Every
texting
day.
me, get up, we got this, we got that. I'm like, girl, I'm over here trying to be depressed.
Every day I text her, hey, did you see this? Did you see
So
that? Okay, we're gonna be a part of this month.
very
Coming up.
thankful for my friends that don't let me sit, and also my personal resident therapist Tone, who texts me every day and asks me how I'm feeling, and I love him for that. I love y'all for that. I just have to tell y'all that they really check on me every
'Cause I
day.
know shit that nobody else know.
You know, so he knows shit. I might have to take him out if he ever switch sides. He gonna have to go.
Just remember.
All right, you guys. So just watch us on social media. Trying to figure out what our original posting date is going to be. This is a one-off. I don't think we ever been on a weekday. We may be coming back to Sundays, but just keep posted and stay involved with us. We will, if you're not a part of this pop-up shop, you could possibly be a part of next month. We're gonna try to do one every single month. We're talking and in negotiations to find a permanent location for these shops. So just stay tuned. We're going to be always bringing you more helpful small business information. We're also looking for small businesses to showcase and interview live on air. So if you want exposure for your business, hit us up. We're very friendly. Social media, Facebook. Our Instagram got hacked, so we're gonna have to make a new page for that. But just stay posted, stay connected with us. We're always doing some big things. Till next time.
Come show us some love on the 19th at Julian's Lounge on 21st and North Avenue.
Yep, and it's all over our social media, so we're gonna be posting. So please come out and show some love and support. I'm gonna be selling a little bit of everything. I have men products too. So for all the dudes that love to flirt with me on my Facebook, come spend some money with me then.
Hello.
Okay. All righty.